We're so pleased to welcome a woman with an extraordinarily keen eye. Tricia Valdez is the creative force behind Tricia Elizabeth Photography.
Welcome to Mexican Style.
Yeah. Nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When did you first pick up your camera and say, oh, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, good question.
Okay, so it pretty much started out a long time ago. My dad had an 8mm camera. That's something that he loved to do, and I think those are really fun films. I pretty much love taking pictures all the time. I'll pick up a camera anytime, but the first time that it happened was at New Mexico Highlands University.
Oh,
wow.
And that's when you were like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Definitely. It happened because I was working as the editor for the newspaper there. And so they said, we need a photographer, let's try to do it. And so I said, let's do it.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to do is, because obviously with a photographer, the most important thing is to see their work. Because we love to see pictures, and you have a ton of them. And what we'll do is we'll talk, but we want to put up a lot of your pictures as we speak.
Okay.
So people can see a lot of your work while we talk. Now, the nice thing about what you do is you have a lot of diversity to your choices of pictures. So you do everything from landscapes to portraits to weddings, and we're just curious if there's anyone in particular that you favor doing.
You know, initially I really started working with landscapes because the landscape in New Mexico is just hugely beautiful. I came from San Diego, and when I moved here, there was just, I mean, really just the sunsets, you just can't beat it. So I started originally doing landscapes. It was just kind of for fun. And then I was asked by a couple of friends, hey, could you just take my picture? I really want to take some pictures. And I was also asked to do some weddings.
And then you did a wedding.
That is a gorgeous picture for a bride.
And the weddings.
What's this one right here?
That's at the Santuario. That'll be happening today.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. And you captured it so beautifully.
Wow, that's nice.
Who's that?
Jim Villanucci from 770
That's right. You did a photo shoot with him, didn't
and
you?
That was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun to work with. And,
that's gorgeous in the background.
So just doing some of these pictures, I really like doing landscapes, but then I started getting into portraits and weddings, and that was a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd be good at it, but...
Oh, you're great at it.
I think that a lot of people...
So your first wedding, were you nervous? I can imagine, yes. Do I have... Now you don't have to worry about film being in there now.
Wait, real quick, what's this dude here? He looks like Casey from American Idol.
That dude, I'm glad you asked, is my son, and it's his birthday today.
No way!
You have a son that old?
He's 26.
Oh my
You look great.
You look like your younger sister.
Good for you.
Anyways,
that's so cool.
He's a DJ out in San Diego, and it's his birthday today.
Oh,
so happy birthday, Donnie.
And then that's gorgeous too.
That was taken on Route 66, just at a rest stop.
Now, do you edit it yourself as well? Like you mess around with the contrast and colors and all that? Very nice.
I do, but I don't really Photoshop them that much because I really don't think that takes away from the photo.
Right.
So I think if you manipulate it a little bit, like black and white adds a little bit more.
Or sepia, some enhancements like that are good.
Exactly.
That's nice.
This was originally color. I changed it black and white. It just made it a little bit more dramatic.
Oh, so pretty. And one of the things that's really interesting is you said you started with more landscape and then you went into more portrait. But what I think is so interesting, even looking at a photo like this, is you're able to kind of combine the two when you're in New Mexico because you can take those portraits with that landscape.
And if you look at the website, there's a ton of outdoor shoots. People prefer those more than to the studio shots. And it just adds more to it. I mean, this was taken in Old Town, just on the stairs.
That's an old, I know exactly where that is. I have a feeling that's right in the middle, right?
Right. And the story about this girl was really funny. She did not want to take pictures. In fact, she almost started crying before we did the photo shoot.
Really?
And I said, let me just take
Is that her again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she goes, I'm not photogenic. I don't want to do this. I said, let's just try. Let's take a couple of shoots. I showed her what they look like. And she said, oh, wow, okay, let's do this. So I really like to get my clients to be comfortable with
Well, that says a lot about a photographer because sometimes you go into the place and you're so nervous, but a photographer that can calm you down, that's great.
And calming down pets, too.
I know. How do you
like shooting pets? Is it fun?
Those are my Scotty puppies, and that was a lot of fun. In fact, when I got down on the floor to take the shot, they would run up to me, and I would go, no, and they would go back, and it was cute.
How do you become the dog whisperer? Look at that. That's amazing.
You know, I watched the dog whisper, so I have technique.
Tricia Caesar photography. Oh, wow. Is that Balloon Fiesta?
That's either Balloon Fiesta or Godzilla.
That was at the All Glow, and what happened was, of course, it was really windy, so they didn't have the balloons up, and I just took the shot when they did an All Glow with a bunch of people in the background.
Wow, that's wonderful.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And I know you also have one of the aspens, right?
There you go.
Look at
my
that.
aspens.
Wow.
That's up at the ranch.
It's a good angle. See,
It
is. I could have went there and just taken a picture, but it doesn't look like that because it's all in the angle. Very nice.
You know, I learned part of photography from Art Trujillo. He was my professor over at New Mexico Highlands University, and he told me how to take different perspectives and different compositions of pictures.
It's like
rather
whimsical
than just going straight
over
on.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
Gorgeous.
So just doing something like that was a lot of fun.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know there are so many people. I mean, Michael and I, we're joking. We love to take pictures, but there's a certain something that you have as a photographer. What would you recommend to aspiring photographers out there?
Kind of scout your location, get a feel for it at different times of the day. If you're working with people, get to know them first. I do a client consultation before I ever do a photo.
Idea.
So I go to their house and I find out what they like and what they want to do, and I get comfortable with them, especially if they have children. You don't want some crazy photographer coming up taking
horses.
pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a distant cousin to the Secretariat.
Is
No
it
way.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, how beautiful. Well, I think that's great advice, and I think there are so many people out there that are going to be taking it. And real quickly before we go, just tell us a couple of the unique services that you offer.
Right.
One of them is just a client consultation. That's a really key thing that I think that you really need to do. And then the next thing would be to get the people comfortable right before the shoot. Everybody's always nervous before a shoot. So you want to get them comfortable, you want to get them set. The first 20 photos are usually not good.
Right. With digital, it's probably a little easier now because you can just
Definitely, and it's cheaper. And then once you get a couple of good shots, you want to show them those shots to let them know, hey, it's going good. So
well, let's show some people how to contact you. To contact Tricia, the website is TriciaElizabethPhotography.com. You can call her at 505-948-3781.
And with wedding season coming up, there will be brides-to-be that are looking for a beautiful photographer, and those pictures speak volumes.
Got weddings going on, senior photos, and tomorrow I'll be doing a documentary photo shoot over at Albuquerque Rescue Mission. They're going to be doing the washing of the feet, and they're going to have hair cutting.
Fabulous. Well, we
It'll be
appreciate your community
so
efforts
much.
and charities as well so much. And we hope to see you again soon.
Thanks.
And maybe you can take our picture.
Yeah.
Coming up, everybody needs them, everybody wears them, and after the break, we're telling you where you can get them on a shoestring.